Really, man. I just wasted a whole bunch of time talking, doing that, and I done fucked it all up, for real. Okay, so, here we go. And Mark. Okay, listen, I'm making this video primarily because I'm a little upset. I'm having, a bunch of challenges. I'm going to touch on one, two, three, four things real quickly. I didn't write them down. Um, and I'm just a little upset. I had an interview today with a security company, and, I had a couple of interviews with a couple of security companies, and, basically, it's not working out. I think, people figuring out who I am. Some people will be happy about that. Yeah, you can't get a job. I mean, really, dude, I've never really wanted to do security. If you knew anything about me, and we'll talk about that later, I never wanted to do security. Not at all. You don't make any money doing it. Well, we'll talk about it now. You don't make any money doing it. I came to Atlanta to find my semi-bougie black cosmopolitan woman, and you wearing a security uniform. It says nothing other than, that fool don't make any money, which is pretty much correct. So, how you going to find your semi-bougie black cosmopolitan woman and you ain't making a dime? Well, you know how you find her? You don't find her. That's what the fuck happens. But now, going back to, my problems, I got people telling me that, online and, here and there, and, they don't agree with what I'm doing or my methods or, what needed to be done. You don't know the environment I was working in, even though you can look at it on the videos and the decisions that I had to make at the time. You didn't know what I was dealing with. Like I tried to CT 25 people on the third day, and I'm having APD telling me that I can't do it. What? What do you mean I can't do it? The company, the security company that I worked for at the time said, hey, you got this authority, you got this ability, so yeah, I can do it. But now they said you got to be a manager to do it. Really? That's some bullshit. That's APD lying. That's what the fuck that was. That's what those officers were doing. They were fucking lying. No doubt. But, just to placate APD, that's why I eventually became manager. That and for another reason. But, I mean, we got the job done, right? So we placated, we overcame that obstacle that APD put there in a way that shouldn't have been put there in a way to fucking off. I mean, they really didn't want to help me. And when I first got there, I mean, we're talking the third day. I had a cop tell me at one time, when I had stopped this guy from selling rock, and he had sold the rock. I stopped the guy he sold it to. Had made the guy, told the guy to open up his hand. He dropped the rock on the floor. I moved him. I mean, on the ground. I picked up the rock and said with this, and the guy who sold it to him said, his name was Steve. How you gonna let security try you? And the guy ran away. I kept his leather jacket. I really wasn't interested in arresting him. I didn't really care. About the person who brought it, the person who sold it to him. But in any event, an officer came by. She came by, and I showed her the rock, and she asked me why didn't I throw it away. I mean, really? Really? That's what she said to me. Why didn't you throw it away? And she went ahead and took it back. Yeah, I told her she could throw it away, but she didn't want to throw it away. She was aware that the camera was rolling. And then they have a bunch of cops come back and put it in a vial and shake it and tell me that the reading came back false. The reading didn't come back false, player. It was what it was. And those cops lied to me. And I just, and actually I think I got video that them come back telling me that, but I won't put them out there like that. But anyway, I do have video of that. Anyway, so those are some of the obstacles that I had when I was first down there. And you know what? Professionals get the job done. So listen, you can be professional, polite, and courteous, and not get the job done. So you're professional, but you were ineffective. I was unprofessional, but I was effective. And I say I wasn't unprofessional because professionals get the goddamn job done. That's what the fuck they do. They get the job done. I got the job done. I got the job done when they chased 2 or 3 other people away. When those guys, were there like, man, this ain't even worth it. So I'll stand here and collect the paycheck, but I ain't really doing much of nothing else. And, I'm looking for a way out. Even when I was looking for a way out, I was going to do my job. And that was in 2014, But anyway, and, most every place that I worked where there's a real difficult demographic going on, those people wanted me. Those people wanted me to come back. I mean, we're watching the auction, car haulers for an auction. And we watched them for about a month or two, and then when the auction came around, the guy who hired the company, he didn't want anybody else to watch tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars that may be there in cash. He wanted me. And when the guy was burning Korans in Dearborn, Michigan, and wanted to burn Korans, I can't remember if he did or he didn't. I think that preacher's dead. He's from Florida. My company wanted me. They got that contract. They wanted me. I ended up not doing it. It had nothing to do with religious beliefs, but I ended up not doing it. And it's not because they didn't want me. It's because of something else that I was dealing with at the time that made me unavailable. But they wanted me. And, apartment complexes that I worked in, I got reassigned someplace else, and a couple other guys came through. And, hey, man, these guys aren't worth it. Bring that other guy back, or, you're going to lose the contract. So they brought me back so they can keep the contract. So I really don't understand what the fuck is going on, other than it's the media attention that no one likes. No one likes the media attention. And, people are calling me Zimmerman. I'm not Zimmerman. You can't compare me to Zimmerman or anything I fucking did, right? Because I carried a camera on my chest, right, to exonerate me from whatever, so I can prove whatever actions I did was necessary for the environment. And so the environment was sick and crazy. I wasn't sick and crazy. The environment was sick and crazy, and I just met them where they were at. And without that kind of police authority and power, no one would stud me, give a fuck about me. You can see by the way they're acting. Like, you can't do this and you can't do that. You got a taser, you can't tase anybody. They told me I couldn't tase anyone until I tased Shakita Stevens. And all of a sudden, oh shit, you can tase people. Oh, that slowed them down a little bit. And, you can't shoot anybody. Listen, I had CID ask me about where I almost had to shoot Santana Woodard and asked if I had a case number for that. But I didn't get a case number for that. No one gave me the case number for that. I didn't ask for it, but no one gave it to me. That incident went nowhere. Man, those guys should have been prosecuted for the shit they were doing. But hey, man, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Life goes on, right? But, don't tell me that you don't know what the fuck I was doing at all. It's chess, not checkers. I was doing a whole bunch of shit. I was trying to work for a whole bunch of people. So I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I really don't. And maybe me saying it just that way is unprofessional and, confrontational. And man, you're looking for somebody to help you out and using that kind of language. Well, man, I take offense to it, man, because I got the job done when no one else could get the job done and no one else wanted the job done. Or as one attorney said to me, you did a job that no one wanted to do at all, and maybe no one could do. And then, I got video, and I just won't put that cop out there, who said, listen, man, can't nobody hold this block down here like you. What the fuck? So what the hell are you people talking about? Really, I take offense, man, and I can't. I'm having like an incredibly hard time because of what people are saying. I mean, really, man. You act like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. If I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I couldn't stand there. And don't speak to an arrest. Don't speak to that last arrest because I got arrested because I didn't have the proof on me. Not that I was wrong. And then it was all immediate bliss. I mean, they took advantage of some shit. So, fuck what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, the Long Shirt Company. Ta-da! This is proof of concept. Nothing real big. Took some old security shirt and I put a pocket in the pocket. Why? Because security guards, security officers, they don't make any money for the most part. They don't want to spend $200 on the camera, so they won't spend $350. They won't spend $600. They won't spend $900, and damn sure won't spend $1,200. But guess what? They all got a cell phone, baby. That's what you got. This is a BlackBerry Z10. I don't want to hear shit about it. Works very well. I think it's better than your iPhone and the goddamn Galaxy. But that's just my opinion. But put the phone in the pocket. Bam. Camera is exposed. Check that out. Needs to be a little higher. Camera is exposed. There's your body worn video camera on the cheek. Whether you got an LG, Nokia, a BlackBerry, a Samsung, an Apple, Altec, or whatever the fuck it is, those cheap phones are. Whatever phone you got, I can make it work, and I know how to do it. And that's just one of my simple designs. I actually got 4 designs in all, right, for various different types of shirts. And I can't remember that guy's name, but thank you for the provisional patent thing. We did it under somebody's name. But in any event, if we talk about video cameras and the things that are going on, and somebody said, I think it was Love Lady 7 or something like that, that he wasn't with all the surveillance, but everybody's already under surveillance. You go into Walmart, surveillance, Kroger, surveillance, the mall, surveillance, driving down the interstate in the city areas, traffic cameras, Bankhead surveillance, downtown Atlanta surveillance, and hell, I'm not even sure there's a place you can go in London where there's not a camera, but and we were London, UK, United Kingdom. Not even sure there's a place you can do that. But why should you have your own video? You should have your own video because you never want to be, he said, she said. Video will kill all that. Only leave cognitive distortion, but people will see what they want to see, and sometimes they don't want to fucking listen. Trust me, I know this. I had an argument with somebody on Facebook, a couple of somebodies on Facebook, man, and no matter what I told them, they were all about getting in the gotcha moments, and they weren't trying to understand what I was trying to tell them, and this and that and the other. Right? That my only policy was not to break the law. I didn't break the law. I mean, that was disorderly, but, oh, and we gotcha, because you were disorderly, so you broke the law. I mean, really get the fuck out of here. I mean, how the hell else do you think the job was going to get done? Street rules. Law of the jungle. Aggression equals safety. In some ways, I'll put a video up there. Tony Robbins talking about something completely different, but those are his words, and I'll let him tell you. Plus, I got a couple other things I'll put up on Darren Long's GRSE about vulnerability, Renee Brown vulnerability, and this, that, and the other. I like to add to people's perspective. That's one of my things. You pick it up, use it, take it with you, not leave it on the ground and walk away. I ain't got no more time to argue with stupid people. You can ask me any question you want about this stuff right here. That's fine. I'm good with it. We're okay. And maybe I'll answer your questions. Because people really don't understand. People want you to do the job their way and with how you think it should be done. But but then why in the fuck don't you do it? Oh, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to do this. Oh, no. Who's that? Kevin Hart. No. Listen. You can't always have a hired gun. You can't always go to the principal. Sometimes you got to do the shit yourself. I mean, really. And that's what it comes down to. Sometimes you got to do your shit yourself, and you really need to know the law, and you need to really know case law, and you really need to read it conservatively, and you can't be wrong about anything. You got to be right all the time, because you take on 100% criminal and civil liability for any fucking thing you do. So really, you can't make any good faith mistakes, so you damn sure well better know what you're doing. But you can't always put that off on somebody else. Sometimes you got to do it yourself. And people who saying I was unprofessional are the same people who really wouldn't do the job at all and goddamn selves. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I can't get a job doing what I've been doing for the last 10 years or 8 years because people have their opinions based on circumstances they don't understand, and I have to make decisions that on shit they don't know about. They don't know about it. They just, that's unprofessional. That's, yeah, really? You go down there and do it. Excuse me, sir, not do that. And please, sir, don't stand in front of the door. Oh, man, I won't stand in front of the door. Somebody like Bobby Cummings, who continuously come back. Bobby, don't stand there. Bobby, don't stand there. Bobby, don't sell jewelry. Bobby, don't stand there. Bobby, I can do that a dozen times a day. Bobby, don't do this. Bobby, don't do that. Hey, dog, don't gamble in front of, you know what, stand on the other side of the green pole. You know, one of the worst mistakes that I made when they told me keep the doorways clear, that I let them stand just on the side of the door. I should have just pushed them. No, dude, you can't even stand in front of the building. I should have never let them do that. But once I made that decision, I was stuck with it, so there was nothing I could fucking do. But really, and you tell them Atlanta's loitering laws are so weak that it's ridiculous. So, I mean, if the cops come along and tell you to move, you move. You can come back 5 minutes later. Nothing they can do. They just tell you to move along again. Who the fuck's got time for that? So, really, here's one more thing I want to touch on. I interviewed for one security company who wanted me to do apartment security, wanted me to enforce curfews. Listen, state of Georgia, unless it's a city ordinance, there are no curfews. And I can't enforce the city ordinance anyway. Security can't enforce city ordinances. Security can enforce laws as long as the contract says that they can enforce those laws. If the contract they have says that they can't do it, then they can't do it. If you operate outside of policy, you got a whole different problem. If there's a real problem, because you're outside of policy. But it's not a civil infraction, it's a contractual infraction. You signed a contract with somebody, there was a rider on that contract that says that we may institute new rules, or if there was a rider on that contract that said that there was a curfew. So if that person who lives on that property, their children live on that property, don't want to follow that curfew, all security can do is write it up, send it to the manager, and the manager will make every decision they want to make, like file a dispossessory warrant for simple possession of the property because you violated the contract. And you know what? They'll pretty much win. But other than that, security can't make you go in. They can't do it. You don't have to listen to them. That's bullshit. They can't make you go in. They can't do it. If you're, they can ask you if you're in violation of city ordinance, like your barbecue is too close to the building, they can tell you to move it away from it, but they can't make you move it. And I find that real interesting that people want you to enforce those kind of things when you really can't enforce them. All you can do is ask them, and then for something like that you can call the police, or you can just write it up and hand it to the manager, and the manager can do whatever the fuck it is they want to do. I remember one time that a manager had me write all these parking violation tickets, and I put them on about 50 or 60 cars in this apartment complex just for them to have them do nothing. I'm like, oh, I'll never fucking do that again. I mean, you're making me look like a paper tiger. I won't be a paper tiger. Don't have me do shit, and then you make my word bad. It makes my job more difficult, and actually makes it more dangerous for me. So, I don't know what to tell you. Something else I wanted to tell you. I just can't think of it right now. We covered the lawn shirt company. We covered my disgust with the security company. People not thinking that I can only do things one way. When most people really always want to rehire me, or want me to come back because I do a damn good job. We talked about the fact that I didn't want to be in security anyway. I just kind of fell into the position. I can't think of anything else I want to say right now. Darren Long's GRSE on Facebook. Oh, yeah. I put up those videos so fast in 2014, not for entertainment purposes. I put up those videos so fast in 2014 so the cops could see, because the cops monitor those. I told cops to monitor that channel as well as the knuckleheads monitor that channel. I use that as a tool to calm shit down right away. Right? And for the most part, it worked. Some people it didn't work on. People like the Thundercats, they're just stupid. You just can't fix stupid. I don't know what the fuck you can do, but you can't fix stupid. But so I did those things, and I did those things on purpose for a reason. To calm things down right away, not for entertainment value. This stuff is not up here for entertainment value. All, it's like an education. I'm trying to give people an education. Not only people who are in those videos an education about themselves sometimes, but people who aren't unfamiliar with this thing, an education, and some people are familiar with really what the fuck goes on. Sometimes. Down here in Atlanta, even though you're kind of familiar with that kind of environment, wherever the fuck it is that you are. Yeah, wasn't really much I could do with $341. I wish you'd have gave me more. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna be able to do with that. I still need to do something different. I think I'm about done here. I don't think there's anything else that I can say that I need to say, or anything else that I can do to. This has been real difficult. I'm having a real difficult time, and I shouldn't be having a real difficult time. Stuff's not really consistent, and there's a price to be paid, and I'm paying it, and you're happy about it, or what the fuck, you're just happy about it. But it'll be all right. Oh yeah. Listen, I don't know if I said it earlier because it's kind of rambling, but you know, you people downtown, uh, I've been looking at your, well, not me personally, but there's a couple of people that have been looking at your Instagrams. They're on your network. We've been looking at you for a long time. A long time. Not days, not weeks, months. 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 We've been looking at you for a very long time. It's kind of necessary in those kind of environments to look at people like that, you know, what's going on with them. Some people said you made comments like you're real nosy. Hell, you gotta know what the fuck is going on in those environments. Because things that happen out in the street and at home do spill into that mall. Situations with Fred spilled into that mall. Situations with Jackie and Gerald spilled into that mall. And those are the three that come to mind right away. Maybe some things from someplace else spilled into that mall, but and you got to know who the players are so you don't get, so you don't get surprised. So yeah, I'm all over. I was all over. You have no idea how much I knew about you people. But I'm not down there anymore. And I guess as the last statement, listen, I'm going to put up videos from 2012, 2013, 2014. I'm gonna finish out the stories. There's a couple of, couple more exciting videos in there. But other than that, it's all the background information. There's a lot of background information that you didn't see, that maybe you should see. Like that thing why I really hung around Rick's booth. Rick I believe had tried to sicko girl on me before, and I wasn't sure, but by that time she wasn't interested, and I was just playing games. And I had seen, not Mark, but the second dude that came in there to do security. I think they sicked one of the prostitutes on old boy, and so I started, I decided to go interfere with that because I thought that would be funny. Plus, she was a pretty good looking chick anyway, but I wasn't gonna be able to do nothing with her, but I thought that would be kind of funny. And like I said, it's chess, not checkers. I was doing a whole bunch of shit. And there's some stories and there's some things that are going to come out that people won't believe that I'm going to put out there. But I'm going to put out there. And for the most part, I won't put out some stuff about the cops, though. I still won't do that. But everybody else I will. Just a little bit. Anyway, I'm done with this. Let me turn this off and what the hell happened? What's this? Let me turn this off and see you later.